Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, the Philadelphia Eagles, as you know, have won the Super Bowl, and I predicted that I predicted that somebody would beat the Chiefs, and it ended up being the Eagles. I thought the Chiefs might get knocked out sooner, but I didn't think they would three-peat, so they didn't make his. I guess the Green Bay Packers did make it from 1965 to 67 and won three in a row. Before, when it was a different league, before it was the NFL, that was way before my time. But I wasn't expecting, even though I was expecting the Eagles to win, I wasn't expecting a blowout. They were shut down on what was going on with the Chiefs. They had a bad game. Holmes had a bad game. Kelsey, they got shut down. It kind of reminded me of the Super Bowl with them against the last Super Bowl with Tom Brady, the Buccaneers against the Chiefs. They just kind of, I remember they made Mahomes run, and he got kind of out of sync with that. In that Super Bowl, they lost 31-9. And the Eagles are doing the same thing. Of course, he didn't have a lot of protection, but yeah, the Eagles were really making him run for his life. So yeah, it definitely wasn't a good game for Mahomes. It wasn't a good game for the Chiefs. I think that they were just mentally and physically worn out. But he's still young. I bet you we haven't seen the last of the Chiefs. They'll probably be in more Super Bowls. They'll probably win more Super Bowls. Who knows? People were knocking Mahomes, saying that it was just one game. And people were just knocking him, saying like, "Oh, he's not Tom Brady. He's not going to be Tom Brady." Well, give him time. He's still young. Well, I mean, he's pretty much fully developed. Let's say he's in his prime right now, but like I said, he could still win more. I mean, Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls. I mean, he's won 3. He could still do it, and pretty impressive. I mean, it seems kind of like, people hated Tom Brady and the Patriots. People knocked them, which they really shouldn't have. And now it seems like it's the same way with the Chiefs. People are knocking the Chiefs. They've been the Final Four for 8 seasons in a row, and they've been in 5 out of the last 6 Super Bowls, won 3 of them. And people are knocking. I just don't think that the Chiefs are. Mahomes should be knocked. I don't think Travis Kelsey should be knocked. People are, we're booing Taylor Swift. I'm not a fan of. I don't have a problem with her as a person. I'm not a fan of her music, but I think that's kind of like classless for people to be booing. I imagine I would hope it was younger people, not older people, but she was getting booed, and yeah, it's just, people are looting in Philly. And there was actually a video of people like wiggling out a stoplight and destroying it. I hope, and it's on camera, I hope these people get caught. If they do get caught, they face some kind of restitution. It just makes no sense to tear up, especially if I can see if they lost, still not acceptable. But why, you won. Why would you tear up your own city, your own town like that? But it happened with the Bulls, and when the Chicago Bulls won their championships, people were always looting, rioting in Chicago. It happened, and people were burning. I don't know if it was Mahomes, but yeah, there was like a jersey on the ground that somebody put a lighter to it and burned a jersey. It was probably Mahomes' jersey, and a bunch of people, drinking outside bars and burning burning a jersey. Um, what else was I gonna say? And oh yeah, then Travis Kelsey. I guess I don't see why anybody cares, why he would care. But I guess his ex-girl. I don't know if it was on Twitter, but his ex-girlfriend from I don't know how many. I don't know if she's specifically an Eagles fan, but she was taunting. And there's a reason that they're not together. I'm pretty sure he doesn't care and nobody else cares. But she was taunting him. Basically praising the Eagles for winning. I'm not sure if she's specifically an Eagles fan, but she was rooting for the Eagles, and it just. And then people are knocking Kendrick Lamar. I mean, again, I'm not really a fan of him, not really a fan of his music, but it wasn't really the best halftime show. But it's like, you got to give credit where credit's due. It's just not my kind of music. So the people weren't, from what I understand, people weren't booing him. I mean, I wouldn't have booed Taylor Swift. If I was right at the game, I would have booed Taylor Swift. Not a fan of her music, not a fan of Kendrick Lamar's music. If I was at the game, I wouldn't have booed him. But still, it just seems like really, not a classy thing to do. And I don't think Kelsey is actually a Trump fan. Trump was at the game. People were booing him. He was knocking Taylor Swift, saying that she deserved to get booed. But then even after the game, Travis Kelsey kind of praised Trump for being there. He said, you know, regardless of who, I don't, he kind of insinuated that he's not really a fan of Trump, but he said, yeah, regardless of who the president is, regardless of my political views, you know, I'm proud, I'm honored that it's pretty cool that the president is there to watch me play a game, you know, the biggest game of the year in the Super Bowl. He said that's really a good thing. I feel honored because of it. So I definitely, it seems like he's a classy guy. I think Mahomes is a classy guy. Um, yeah, really no reason to be knocking the Chiefs. I mean, it was a bad game for them, but it was just one game. I mean, who knows if it was a three, you know, best of three, best of five, best of seven. Obviously, that doesn't exist in the NFL, but who knows? Maybe the Chiefs would have won, even if it was just best of three or best of five. Who knows? It was just, you know, that's the thing about the NFL playoffs. You have one bad game, and bam, you're out, you're done, and that's what happened to the Chiefs. They just didn't have their best game, but I'm pretty sure we haven't seen the last of the Chiefs. Haven't seen the last of Patrick Mahomes, but yeah, I'm happy for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts. I didn't realize that he'd only been around. I thought he had already won one. I know the Eagles won the bowl back, and that was Nick Foles, who also played for the Bears. He was the quarterback of the Eagles back in 2018. I didn't know that Jalen Hurts had only been around since 2020, but that was his first Super Bowl. So yeah, I'm happy for him and the rest of the Eagles. And I was really hoping for the Lions or the Bills, but it didn't happen. So I'm just, you know, giving credit where credit's due. But yeah, I definitely think that I think it's mostly younger people, but you know, even like LeBron James, when he left Cleveland, people were burning his jersey, and when he left Miami, he gave Miami. He went took Miami to the championship 4 years in a row, won two back to back, and they were knocking him when he went back to Cleveland. And then you know, Cleveland fans, he eventually when he went back to Cleveland, I think his second year during the second stint, he gave them a championship, so you shouldn't be mad at him. And LeBron's with the Lakers right now. If he ever leaves the Lakers, God knows what they would do. If he left the Lakers, I would hope that they wouldn't be Classless be burning his jersey, disrespecting him like that. But I think it's mostly younger people doing this. I would hope it's not older people. If it is older people like my age, that's pretty sad. But it is what it is. People will be people. People be assholes. What are you going to do? All you can do is be the best person you can be. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all real soon with another great video. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Talk to you all soon. Bye.